three cast members from the new movie based on a book, A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hassan. The actors will tell you a little about the book and the characters they play. First, let's welcome the man behind the scenes and the creator of this movie, Khalid Hassan.
Thank you. I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan, where the book was based. I was relocated to Paris and tried to go back to Kabul but couldn't re-enter because of the Soviet army. So I sought political asylum and moved to the U.S. in 1980. There, I graduated from Santa Clara and continued on to practice medicine. While in the medical field in 2001, I wrote my first book, The Kite Runner. After a great success with The Kite Runner, I wrote my second book, A Thousand Splendid Suns, in 2007. I hope you enjoy the following production based off my book.
Thank you, Mr. Hassan. Now let's introduce the cast: Sue, Spencer, and Molly, playing the roles of Miriam, Rashid, and Layla. Please welcome Sue Grimstead, who plays the role of Miriam.
Alright, I play the role of Miriam in this movie. Miriam was born outside of Herat, Afghanistan, as the illegitimate child of Jalil, who was a wealthy man. As she sought for her father's love and searches for her life outside of their visits, she comes home to her mother hanging from a tree, dead. She lives with her father but is forced into a marriage with a man named Rashid, but the wives of Jalil. At first, Rashid and Miriam are civil and eventually start to live their lives happily. After their first miscarriage, there were many more to come. This made Rashid more and more angry and easily agitated with my character, making him more prone to abuse. And at first, when Layla is introduced to Miriam, there's an immediate dislike and jealousy for the woman that replaces her in his life. Eventually, the two women come together and plan to defeat Rashid.
Speaking of Rashid, let's meet the character who plays him. Please welcome Spencer Martin.
Hello, thank you for having me. In the movie, I play the character of Rashid. My character believes in core Taliban beliefs such as the oppression of women. I take Miriam as my first wife and become very frustrated with her early on because she was unable to have the son that I desire. However, my rescuing of Layla provided me the opportunity to have another wife. Though Layla was able to have a child, it still wasn't the son I want. As the movie goes on, I got more and more irritated until Layla finally gave birth to the son I wanted. Because of my character's core belief in the Taliban, he thought he had full power over the women, and his temper became uncontrollable.
Thank you, Spencer, for your detailed character analysis on your character, Rashid. Lastly, I would like to welcome Molly Petrie, who plays the role of Layla of the film.
Hello, in the movie I play the character Layla. Growing up, Layla had a pretty good childhood as she grew up with her best friend Tarif. However, her worlds fell apart when her parents died in an explosion. With no parents and Tarif in a far-off country, Layla had no choice to be taken in by Rashid. Rashid took an immediate liking to my character because she was pregnant with a baby early on in their marriage. However, what Rashid doesn't know is the baby is Tarif's and my character is still desperately in love with him. I don't want to give away too much, but the rest of the movie is about what happens when Rashid discovers the truth behind the pregnancy and my character's never-ending quest to find Tarif.
All right, that is all. Thank you, Cass, for coming onto our show. We look forward to seeing your movie when it comes out in the summer.